Yamo Media is a digital media company located in Columbus, Ohio. We specialize in live streaming high school and semi-professional sports. We are looking for local business partners to bring Central Ohio athletics to a larger audience.
Peyton Powell for three in the win at the buzzer.
And cutting up the middle is Lathan, he breaks free, and there he goes.
Takes it up and puts it down.
If you'd like to grow your business and support the Central Ohio community, then contact us at yamomedia.com.
Brandon Roddy, and number 35, the sophomore, Ephraim Campbell.
It's Brandon Roddy with the basketball now, and he hands it off to Jalen Sims, top of the key. Sims hands it off as they run a wheel route of sorts up at the top of the key, running from wing to wing. Once again, it's in the hands of Brandon Roddy. Left-handed dribble, passes it down low. Penetration, kick back out, thought about a three. Instead, he drives, splits two defenders, goes up high off the glass, no good. The ball's tipped and tapped and pulled away by the Wildcats. That's number 2, that's Patrick Lynch. He goes the length, kicks it to the corner for a three. It's in and out, no good, and the rebound is ripped by Ephraim Campbell.
A quick start to this game for both teams here is what we expected early.
Adonis Abrams with the basketball. He's top of the key, being guarded closely by Connor Bidlack. Abrams goes right hand, spins into the paint, shoots from about 13, off back iron, no good. The rebound is pulled by Patrick Lynch.
Adonis Abrams, his first shot as he gets a deflection here and steal all the way to the other end. He's the leading scorer there for the Warriors as he gets things started here.
Lazy pass allows Sims to make the steal. This time, against pressure, Lynch gets across the 10-second line, passes it out, pass down low, left-handed layup, in and out, no good, and a whistle on the play. The foul was called on number 2, Jalen Sims of the Harvest Prep Warriors. His first, the team's first, and to the free throw line will go number 21, Paul Kanapke.
And so far to start this game, Hilliard Davidson doing exactly what they've done all season. Quick transition, good ball movement, and trying to find the wide open man. And right there they did. Kanapke gets fouled.
He does indeed. Not many free throws on the season. He hits that one, though. He hits them both, in fact, and that ties our ball game up at 2 apiece. 6:38 to play here in the first quarter. Left-handed dribble across the 10-second line by Brandon Roddy to the corner. Lots of pressure on the floor. The ball gets knocked away, but picked up to the corner. Thought about a three, tries to go baseline, can't do it. Kicks it out to Khalil Daniels. Daniels, skip pass across to the right wing. Good penetration off the glass. It's good and a foul. As number 10, Brandon Roddy, went to the rack, drew the harm, got the lay-in. 4-2 is the score. Harvest Prep on top, and to the free throw line for one more is Brandon Roddy.
And so far early, it looks like they're trying to get Roddy involved as much as they can, and a good job to finish there through the contact for a chance at a three-point play.
Roddy's free throw is no good. The ball is tipped and tapped, and great hustle. The rebound pulled by Ephraim Campbell. He kicks it to the right wing. Three-point jumper taken. It's good. Brandon Roddy for three, and Harvest Prep jumps out to a 7-2 early lead.
Well, instead of 3 points the old traditional way, he'll take an extra three after that made layup, so he's got 5 quick points there.
Now pressure coming from Harvest Prep. The ball in the hand of Patrick Lynch, the junior, working against pressure. Left-handed dribble, gets across the 10-second line. Working against Brandon Roddy, who is giving him token pressure. Left-handed dribble, finds some space, kicks it out. That's number 4, Alan Childs. Childs to the top of the key. Right-handed dribble by Right-handed dribble by Remlinger. Lay-in taken, no good. Tip-tapped, out of bounds. Last touched by Harvest Prep. It'll remain Wildcat basketball on the missed shot by Kanapke.
Good defensive pressure here by both teams to start this game. Pretty energetic and exciting, just how we expected.
Kick in, thought about a three, did Oakley, no good. He passes it out instead to number 14, Parker Maurer. Maurer gets into the paint. He shoots from downtown. Off the rim, no good. And the Wildcats' cold shooting continues as the rebound comes down to Campbell. Here comes Harvest Prep. 5:17 to play in the first. Crossover, kick to the corner, three-point jumper taken, off rim, no good, and the rebound is pulled by Kanapke. Nice job on the box out. To the wing. Driving layup. Off the glass. May have been deflected. Here comes Harvest Prep. Very fast pace right here. Quick one. Lay in. Left hand off the rim and good by Adonis Abrams. 9-2 Harvest Prep.
Nice transition offense. They're able to capitalize on that. Extend this lead to 7 now.
Wide open three, no good. The rebound tipped and pulled down by Kanapke, and the Wildcats keep the basketball. Into the paint, back out to Kanapke. Ball fake to a wide open number 1. That's Ben Oakley. He shoots too strong, and this time the rebound comes to Harvest Prep as Davidson's shooting woes continue.
Yeah, and that was Ben Oakley's first shot attempt of the game. He's the leading scorer, averaging 11 on the season.
What a great underneath move. My goodness gracious. Adonis Abrams with a little hesitation, a little stutter step, gets it to go home, and Harvest Prep now leads at 11-2.
And our first time out here, as you said, taken here by Hilliard Davidson. Harvest Prep coming out here fast, quick. They are an athletic squad, and you see one of the reasons they're at pressure, their athleticism, causing turnovers. That's one of the reasons that they're at 10-4 so far on the season.
Well, and you notice Adonis Abrams is the leading scorer for this Harvest Prep team, but only by 1/10 of a point. Brandon Roddy right behind him, and Brandon has come out hot early. He's got a bunch of points. He's going to hit that 12-point mark by the end of the quarter if something doesn't change.
Yeah, both Abrams and Roddy, the 2 leading scorers on this team on the season, also the only 2 players to score so far today. Abrams with 6 and Roddy with 5. That's how they have their 11. So they've obviously made it a point of emphasis to get them involved early, and so far it's been a key factor to this 9-point lead.
We can expect to see Jalen Sims pouring a few in as well. He averages 10.2 points per game. So out of the timeout, Davidson hopes that the timeout may have warmed up their shooting, and they're going to go against full court pressure right now as the inbound will be coming from Parker Maurer, looking for somebody to pass it to, and he does. It's number 5, Tristan Morgan. Morgan working against pressure by London Fogy, who's in for the first time. Across the 10-second line. Little trouble there, but able to get it through. Good strong pass. Off the front rim, no good, and the rebound skied for and pulled away. Number 0 is Jamarcus Jones. He brought it up. Now we've got a blocking foul called against Paul Kanapke on the penetration by number 5, Khalil Daniels.
And so far, what you're seeing so far in the beginning of this game, Harvest Prep wanting to do a lot of their damage around inside 5 feet, right around that basket.
Right-handed dribble by Childs as he catches the inbound. He kicks it again to Jamarcus Jones. Pass down inside. Daniels gets double-teamed. Kick out. 3-point jumper taken off back iron. No good. That's Antoine Pollard with the miss. The ball's loose on the floor, into the hands of, and laid up by number 15, Antoine Pollard. The freshman gets on the scoreboard, and Harvest Prep's lead continues to balloon.
Yeah, the only freshman on this team, full of a lot of sophomore or juniors and seniors, but Pollard and Ephraim Campbell, the 2 young guys, they're key contributors in this rotation.
Double team in the corner, pass stolen away by Harvest Prep. Here they come, Alan Childs on the lead. He's on the right wing, now he pulls it away and sends it to the top of the key. That's Khalil Daniels. Daniels passes it away. Jones to the corner. Pass down low, inside, 1 dribble, goes up strong against pressure, no good, but the foul is going to be called. And it'll be a shooting foul for Harvest Prep. The foul is called on number 5, Tristan Morgan, his first, the team's third, excuse me.
Yeah, again, we're seeing good ball movement on the outside. It's good defense here by Davidson, but making it a point of emphasis again to get the ball down low on that block and try and do damage right around the rim. And so far, leading that foul category 3-1.
Khalil Daniels' first free throw hits front rim and falls out. No good. 1 more coming. A couple subs for Hilliard Davidson, including number 0, Drew Remlinger, back into the basketball game.
Now for Hilliard Davidson, you got to get Ben Oakley and Drew Remlinger started here. They're 2 leading scorers, and Remlinger leading rebounder on the team as well. So look for him to start doing some work down low as well.
Ephraim Campbell checks into the basketball game. As to the bench goes Khalil Daniels. 14-2 is our score, as Daniels went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Davidson working against immense pressure. Left-handed dribble by Luke Emery, trying to get across the 10-second line, and he does. Ball fake, back to Emery, to the corner. Trying to find some space. Splits a couple defenders out to the corner. Top of the key. Penetration. Outside. Ball fake. Left-handed dribble. That's Remlinger. He kicks it to the top of the key. To the corner. Going baseline. Trying to kick to the top. Remlinger. Again to the corner. This time the three is taken and it's good. That's going to be Ben Oakley. He breaks the seal from beyond the three-point line and it's 14-5.
And everything about that was so beautiful about the game of basketball, both offense and defense. The Warriors putting great pressure, double teaming and rotating. And then Hilliard Davidson with the great passing and able to get the wide open three.
Shot taken by London Fogarty. No good. Rebound comes down to Davidson. Three-point jumper taken from the left wing by Remlinger. He misses, and the rebound comes down to Prep. Here they come. Harvest Prep, left-handed dribble. Kick to the top. That's Jones. Jamarcus. Passes to the near wing. London Fogarty. Quick reversal. Top of the key. That's Childs. Childs penetrates. Back to Jones. Jones, left-handed dribble. Spins into the paint. Loses it momentarily, but is picked up by his teammate. Jump shot taken from about 15, and Alan Childs is pure. 16-5.
Pure is the word indeed. He shot that ball with such confidence, and it was nothing but net.
Ball in the corner. Pass to the top. That's number 14, Patrick Maurer. Quick reversal to Ben Oakley. Oakley with a skip down to the corner. Remlinger for three. It's good. Drew Remlinger from downtown, and the deficit is now half, 16-8. Harvest Prep on top.
And there we go. Last two possessions, getting your two stars involved. Both of them able to knock down threes.
Jones working against pressure. Good screen gives Jones a little bit of space. They do a switch, though, and Jones has to kick it to the corner. Back to Jones. Down low. Campbell looking for something to do, being guarded closely by Drew Remlinger. The pass goes over the head of his intended teammate and into the backcourt, so that'll be an over and back violation. That's a turnover back to Hilliard Davidson. 16-8 is our score. Harvest Prep leading Hilliard Davidson, 44.8 seconds to play in this first quarter. Left-handed dribble. Skip to the corner. It was a lollipop pass that gave the defense a chance to get into place. Quick skip to the corner. That one had purpose. Three-point jumper taken and made. Starting to get hot. There's Ben Oakley again, and it's 16-11 as Davidson has been hot in these last minute and a half or two.
3 threes in a row there by Davidson. The Wildcats able to slowly chew away at this lead that Prep developed early.
Pollard sends the pass to Childs. Childs to the top of the key to Jones. Jones looks to the sideline. Now kicks it down low. Childs outside. Baseline drive. Good cutoff. There's a steal. Nicely done by Tristan Morgan. Tries to get it ahead of the clock. He can't do it as the pass goes the distance but is deflected away, and the first quarter comes to a close with Harvest Prep on top of Hilliard Davidson, 16-11. Welcome back inside Alumni Arena on the campus of Ohio Dominican University for Battle in the 614 with Seth Donohoe. I'm Seth Donohoe. I'll get it right. Yep. I'm Chris Solwecki. Glad to have you along. 16-11 is our score as we get ready to start the second quarter. And Seth, it was really kind of a tale of two halves of that first quarter as Harvest Prep came out gangbusters, scoring all over the joint. Davidson couldn't get a ball to fall in the ocean, and now these last minute and a half or 2 minutes, they really have come to life.
Yeah, well, as I had mentioned, their last three possessions resulting in three made three-pointers, and another possession here, as that's been one of the key reasons Ben Oakley has caught fire. He's got 8 points now through these this first quarter in a minute.
And Davidson's deficit is only 3. Prep with the basketball. Abrams has it on the right wing. Ball faking, passes down low. Good pass, but he's double teamed immediately. Kick to the outside, three-point jumper taken. That's Sims, no good. The ball is deflected and handled by Harvest Prep. The layup is taken. They're going to call it a blocking foul against number 14, Parker Maurer of Hilliard Davidson. A two-shot foul for Harvest Prep.
Yeah, and that was close. That was a tough call. Parker Maurer trying to get over there and take that charge, but I think just a half a step too late as that's going to go ahead and send Prep here to the line.
Brandon Roddy to the free throw line. First one is front rim and no good. 7:22 to play in the first half, 16-13. Harvest Prep has the lead, but Davidson has the momentum at the moment. Right-handed shot up again, short off the front of the rim, and the rebound is pulled by Tristan Morgan for Hilliard Davidson. Morgan goes left hand across the 10-second line, kicks it, three-point jumper without thinking. Luke Emery catches and pops, and he ties it at 16 from downtown.
They set that play up, and coming off of that screen, Luke Emery knew that he had space. Beautiful turnaround, catch and shoot. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Roddy being pressured now by Morgan. He passes it away, skip to the corner, three-point jumper taken, no good off the back iron. And the rebound is pulled by Parker Maurer, and as it is, he is fouled. So a loose ball foul called to number 5, Khalil Daniels. And the ball goes back to Davidson.
And we see here the last few possessions, Prep starting to take some outside shots and going away from what worked for them early in the first, which was getting around the basket.
Almost a steal as Abrams, number 1, guarding Oakley, number 1. Oakley kicks it to the wing. Remlinger from downtown, and the first lead of the game for Davidson. They're up 19-16.
Whatever lid was on that basket the first 6 minutes of that first quarter for Davidson has completely left this gymnasium.
Brandon Roddy from way downtown, NBA range, misses the shot, and the rebound is pulled by number 3, Luke Emery. Emery, outlet to Morgan. Pass, driving, using the rim to his advantage. What a little stutter step, call it a Euro step by Parker Maurer. He ended up going left and shooting with his right. It was unorthodox to be sure, but he got it to go.
Using his body to create space, and what a tough finish, but he made it look pretty easy, didn't he?
He did indeed. Dribble drive, left-handed jump shot taken, no good, and the rebound is pulled by Harvest Prep. Right back up, and this time in for Khalil Daniels. 21-18 the score. Davidson on top.
Their first basket here of the half, and that's what they need, is those second chance opportunities on those long misses.
Three-point jumper by Remlinger is off right. Rebound to Harvest Prep. Here they come. In the hand of Adonis Abrams. Abrams drives, gets fouled on the drive. The ball's going to be called on the floor, not on the shot. And the foul is going to be called on number 3, Luke Emery. To the bench goes Jalen Sims as number 15, Antoine Pollard, the freshman, comes in for Harvest Prep. And inbounding the basketball will be Adonis Abrams. He inbounds it to Brandon Roddy. Roddy working hard against Tristan Morgan. Passes it away, loose ball, saved, but only momentarily as the save was tossed out of bounds, and so another turnover for Harvest Prep, and the ball goes back to Hilliard Davidson.
And that's actually been one thing that has been fairly clean for both teams through this game, is there hasn't been too many turnovers. The defensive pressure has been there on both sides, but now, especially for Davidson as of recent, starting to convert.
Emery crossing over, making some space, passes it away to Morgan. Morgan being double teamed, and he gets fouled by number 5, Khalil Daniels. It looked like Harvest Prep had him right where they wanted him. But the bailout on the push, and that gives the ball back to Hilliard Davidson.
And that's Khalil Daniels' second foul. He picked up 2 quick ones here in this quarter, so he'll go ahead and go back to the bench.
Quick inbound to Tristan Morgan. Morgan brings it back across the 10-second line. Left-handed pass, trying to balance that tightrope on the sideline. Couldn't do it, and the ball is deflected out of bounds by Brandon Roddy. That's a tough pass, and a good job over there by Parker Maurer to not step out of bounds before the ball was deflected away. Tristan Morgan inbound for Davidson, the Wildcats. Good backdoor cut. The layup is up, and it's good. Ben Oakley found A cut behind the defender, was wide open and got to lay it home for the 2.
Nice, beautiful backdoor cut. Nice find there also.
Into the paint, quick one by number 35, Ephraim Campbell. Campbell hits it for 2, 23-20. Hilliard Davidson with the lead. Pass ahead to Parker Maurer. Maurer hustling forward, and Parker Maurer travels. He couldn't keep his pivot foot, and that'll be a turnover for Davidson.
Oh, just when I had talked about turnovers being pretty clean, there's been a couple and a couple close ones as well. So
quick substitution. And now we're ready for action. It'll be Brandon Roddy who brings it up. He gets it right back after the handoff. Crossover, shoots from about 15 off the side. No good. The ball is tipped and tapped, and the rebound pulled away by Luke Emery. Emery looking for somewhere to go with it. Quick pass to the corner. Bounce pass into the paint, little shovel shot, and it's good. Tristan Morgan kind of caught it at his hip and shot it in one motion. So again, a little unorthodox, but it's all working for Davidson right now.
Yeah, Prep definitely made him, with their pressure, speed up his shot a little bit, but he's still able to get it to fall. And again, Davidson continuing to convert on their possessions.
Backdoor cut nicely down the bucket by Adonis Abrams.
It was a great pass up top by Roddy as well.
Right-handed dribble now by Tristan Morgan, who gets across the 10-second line, passes it down into the corner. Left-handed dribble into the paint, double team, pass to the left corner. The jumper taken from inside the three-point line is too strong, and the rebound pulled by number 1, Adonis Abrams. He goes coast to coast, lays it up with his left hand, no good. The rebound pulled by Paul Kanapke. Into the paint, trying to find space, and they're going to call a travel on Patrick Lynch. Lynch got moving a little too fast, and when he got into the paint, he couldn't get his balance, bumped into a Prep player, lost his pivot, and that's that.
Well, again, that's what Harvest Prep likes to do, is play with intensity on the defensive side of the ball, try to speed up your game a little bit and cause those turnovers, and here in the past couple minutes, they've done that.
Jamarcus Jones with the ball. He passes it to the right wing. Antoine Pollard comes off the screen looking for space. Pollard kicks it back out. That's London Foggy. To the top, that's Jones. Jones eschews the screen and goes left instead. Shoots, misses the shot, but the rebound pulled down by Harvest Prep. That shot taken by Alan Childs. He misses. The rebound continues and finally goes out of bounds, and it'll ultimately be Hilliard Davidson basketball. Frenetic pace under the rim.
Yeah, that was right in front of the referee, though, too, with all of that was happening quickly. Good call there, though, in the end.
Tristan Morgan across the 10-second line. He goes right, passes top of the key. Kanapke goes to the lane, lays it up with his right hand. Good stutter step. Got him just the space that he needed to lay it home. 27-22 Davidson.
Yeah, that little hesitation, like you said, just slowed that defender down for that little half a second that he needed. A nice opposite hand there, finish there on the left side.
Jamarcus Jones to the top. Adonis Abrams to the corner. Three-point jumper taken. Antoine Pollard. And Pollard is good.
Yeah, beautiful three right there in the corner by Pollard. His first three is able to fall. He's taken a couple of them here so far this morning.
Really close on that half-court line. That was a dangerous play. That ball gets deflected out of the hands of Morgan, but he gets it back, sends it to the corner. Left-handed dribble. Thinking about it. Instead, he sends it back out to Morgan. Morgan skip pass to a wide-open Remlinger who shoots for three. He's good.
Remlinger and Oakleaf catching fire here in the second quarter, into the first, into the second. And again, those two stars, key reason here and why now they now have a 5-point lead.
Jones thought about it, left-handed dribble instead. Good cut, but a block. Oh, and a foul is going to be called. Kanapke got up and deflected the ball, and it looked like it was a good block. It must have got him with body underneath. That'll be a foul on him and a free throw opportunity for Harvest Prep's number 3, London Fogey.
Yeah, and I think I think you're right there, Chris. I think he had his left hand on his hip as he went up for that block, and a little bit of a push there on the end is what caused the ref to call that foul.
First free throw, no good for number 3, London Foggy, the senior. And so one more coming. His team trails by 5, 30-25, with 1:06 to play in the half. They call no shot. He made the shot, but the official on the near side here said that it was a lane violation. The free throw shooter stepped across the free throw line before the ball hit the rim, so they take that point away. It remains 30-25.
Well, something like that could be potentially detrimental here if Prep ends up losing this game. We talk about they like to get into around the rim. Right now they're struggling to make free throws as well.
Right-handed dribble trying to get some space is Patrick Lynch, being guarded closely and fiercely by Brandon Roddy. Losing the dribble momentarily, now has to send it away. Remlinger has it. He gives it to Morgan. Morgan with a skip pass. Oakley gets into the paint, kicks it way out. Looks like perhaps Davidson's going to play for the final shot as we are down under 30 seconds. And there is no shot clock in high school basketball in the state of Ohio. Pass down low, and it's stolen away. So that's a mistake for Davidson, and here comes Prep. Abrams to the corner. Three-pointer taken, it's good. Brandon Roddy hits the 3. What a turn of events as Davidson looked like they were running out the clock, waiting for one, and a turnover later. Their lead is cut to just 2, 30-28.
Yeah, that is exactly what you didn't want to happen if you were the Wildcats, but they do have an opportunity to get some of those points back here.
Ball fake, three-pointer taken by Oakley, no good. The rebound pulled by Roddy, and now he sends it from three-quarter court and misses everything, and that is how the quarter and the half will come to an end. At Ohio Dominican, it's cold outside, but man, the action is heating up inside, 30-28. Hilliard Davidson leads over Harvest Prep at the half. We're going to take a timeout. We will be back with more. You are watching the Battle in the 614 on Yamo Sports.
Hi, I'm John Holderby with the Theater People. Whether you're in an apartment or building a new house, you're a small business or a Fortune 500 company, we have services to meet all of your needs. We've worked in homes and businesses all across the state of Ohio for over 15 years. Everything from home theaters to automation to networks and beyond. The Theater People are here to help. Visit our website at www.thetheaterpeople.com to learn more. We look forward to working with you.
You'll never guess what we're doing to the Baconator. We're putting it...
pretzel bun on the Baconator. Catherine, you seeing this?
Posters everywhere.
What?
The Baconator you love with a new pretzel twist. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new pretzel Baconator.
How do you Buckeye? We work at it all the time.
When the local soccer team brought me to town, I needed a great vehicle to get to practice and my games. The champions at Buckeye treated me like family. That's how I Buckeye.
How do you Buckeye? The Buckeye family of dealerships.
With Seth Donohoe, I'm Chris Solwecki. Welcome back. Halftime is almost over. Second half is right in front of us between the Harvest Prep Warriors and the Wildcats of Hilliard Davidson. 30-28 is our score. And Seth, it really was kind of a tale of two parts of that first half because it was all Harvest Prep in the first almost full quarter. The end of that first quarter and all the second, it was mostly Hilliard Davidson with a very hot shooting touch.
Yeah, as you were saying, at the end of that first quarter, Hilliard Davidson really caught fire. Ben Oakley knocking down 2 threes, and Drew Rimlinger as well right before that first quarter, carrying that over into the second. And then there you said the Warriors kind of cooled off a little bit, but then like the last 2 to 3 minutes of that second quarter, they kind of mellowed out on both sides, kind of throwing punches back and forth at each other, scoring or getting defensive stops. It's a 2-point ball game here with the Wildcats on top, and these are about as evenly matched teams as we might see here all weekend.
To give you an idea, the Hilliard Davidson Wildcats scored 19 points in the second quarter. These quarters are only 8 minutes long, so that's getting it done. That is very efficient on the offensive side of the ball in one quarter. But we're close, 30-28, and the Warriors have the ball to start the second half. They're moving now from left to right, as you can see. There's a pass that gets deflected away, but right back into the hands of Brandon Roddy, who orchestrates the offense, gets into the paint. Good pass underneath. The layup, good, no good. And the rebound pulled away by Hilliard Davidson. Kick to the outside, drive to the lane. Left-handed layup too strong. Kanapke comes up with the rebound, splits a couple defenders, hands it off. Kick to the outside. And now they're going to have to reset the offense. Kick to the out for a three, no good. And the rebound pulled away by Jalen Sims. Now we've got a battle on the floor, and we've got a out of bounds against Davidson, so Prep will get the basketball.
And just missed on that transition layup there. But Davidson, that's what they really like to do all season. If they have the opportunity to get out and run, they will.
Brandon Roddy brings it up, passes it, almost deflected away. Good jump for Hilliard Davidson, but good strong hands by Ephraim Campbell. He tries to pass it into the paint, can't do it. Stolen away by Ben Oakley. Oakley pushing it ahead, kicks to the outside. That's Remlinger for three, it's good.
Remlinger's fourth three of the game. Man, him and Oakley have just really turned it up here in these last two quarters.
They have indeed a 5-point lead for Davidson as Roddy orchestrates the offense. Dribbles to the left side, passes it down into the post to Khalil Daniels. Kick to the outside, three-point jumper taken, too strong, no good. Rebound pulled away by Ben Oakley. Oakley pushes it. Oakley gets down into the paint, tries to pass it away, and there's going to be a foul called on the pass, and so it'll be Davidson's ball out of bounds. Oakley was hoping for it on the shot, but the official underneath says no, sir.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to get maybe a wraparound pass there.
Patrick Lynch to inbound the basketball for Davidson. Bounce pass inside. Kanapke goes baseline, shoots from about 15, no good, and the rebound pulled by Harvest Prep. Here comes Brandon Roddy, top of the key. Hands it off. Khalil Daniels gets into the paint. Pass down low to Campbell. Campbell gives it back to Daniels. Daniels dribbles against pressure, goes up against two defenders, powers it through. Really nicely done by Khalil Daniels with his left hand against pressure.
Against two players there, absorbing the contact and finishing. Nice touch there by Daniels.
Ball fake by Oakley. Oakley hands it off. That's Lynch. Lynch, top of the key, being double teamed. Bounce pass. Remlinger catches it. There should be somebody open. There is in the corner. It's a three-point jumper. No good. The ball's tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Hilliard Davidson on the missed shot by number 4, Connor Bidlack.
I'll tell you what, Davidson does a really good job on offense when there's a double team that comes or there's a pressure in the corner. They do not panic. They wait, they're patient, they dribble, they find the open man right there in the corner. That three was off the mark, but they got exactly what they wanted.
Brandon Roddy with it right of the circle. Left-handed dribble, gets into the paint, tries to pass it. And there was a zig when a needed zag was in place. Campbell went to his right. And the ball went to his left and went out of bounds. Quick pass up the floor. Thought about it. Bounce pass into the paint. 7-footer, no good, but the rebound and the putback by Paul Kanapke. I don't know if that was a shot that went terribly awry or if it was kind of an alley-oop pass. Either way, Kanapke caught it and laid it home for the two, and it's 35-30.
I think Lynch will say, go ahead and give me an assist for that one right there.
You better believe it. So that's exactly what I meant to do. That was incredible. 35-30 our score. 5:08 to play here in the third quarter. On Yamo Sports, Harvest Prep trailing Hilliard Davidson. Harvest Prep 6-0 in the Mid-State League Cardinal Division, 10-4 overall. Hilliard Davidson 5-4 overall, but 0-4 in their conference. This is a non-conference game, so maybe that means something for Hilliard Davidson. We'll find out. Still plenty of basketball to be played from Ohio Dominican University's Alumni Arena.
And what's good about these kind of showcases that they're able to put on is, again, they play teams like they like these guys who they don't normally play, but with these kind of games, you can treat them as a playoff game potentially. You know, you're playing against some good competition here on a college floor. It's just something that they are definitely going to use to their advantage here and learn going down the rest of the season.
3-point jumper taken from the left wing. It's good. That's Jalen Sims from downtown. 35-33. It's a 2-point game as this one is back and forth now. Quick pass, and then right back to Lynch. Lynch gets past his defender, kicks to the top of the key. Oakley penetrates into the paint, spins out, kicks it out for three. No good, too strong. The rebound by Oakley. The shot was taken by Connor Bidlack. Oakley, top of the key. That's Kanapke. Left-handed dribble, gets down into the paint, shoots because he's going to travel, misses the shot. The ball's loose. An incredible effort by number 4, Connor Bidlack, who laid on the back of a Harvest Prep player to get the basketball. Now a timeout taken by Hilliard Davidson. I would imagine the coaching staff is saying, hey, let's take a moment here and let's not play quite so frenetic. So Tim Congrove takes the timeout to have a quick chat with his players.
Yeah, it's and a good timeout there, as you were saying. Something like that, ball on the floor, 2 or 3 players, they're hustling. One team gets possession when you don't expect them to, and all of a sudden the players try and hurry up, force something that they don't need to. And coach here for the Wildcats says, hey, with this 2-point lead, let's not go ahead and give them a chance to tie it up or take the lead here, but we'll go ahead and try and extend it.
At the same time, though, you find yourself on a Monday at 11 a.m. start time on a day when you don't have any school. I mean, you talk about everybody's routine being a little bit off. You got to like watching these guys hustle and scrap and fight quite as much as they are, because they could come out flat and tired, and it's been a long weekend.
Yeah, well, and that's just who, if you're an athlete of any kind, there's always going to be some kind of competitive nature, whether you're full of energy or a little bit tired. They're going to come out here and give it everything that they have.
Oakley with the basketball. He sends it away to Morgan. Morgan gets into the paint, kicks it to the corner. Quick reversal. Remlinger throws it away. Stolen by number 15, Antoine Pollard. The freshman goes coast to coast. He shoots. The ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll remain with Harvest Prep. Pollard went coast to coast, but he was well defended there at the rim. He lobs it in. Roddy has the basketball, top of the key. Quick reversal to Pollard. He shoots it again. This time it's pure. Antoine Pollard, the freshman.
His third 3, he made one there nearing the end of that first half as well, so he might be feeling a little confident about his shot.
Got a double team at about the 3-quarter court mark, and that causes another timeout to be called by Hilliard Davidson with 3:26 to play, as they were in danger of a 10-second call. So 3:26 to play, timeout by Tim Congrove, 36-30. Davidson has the lead. Harvest Prep has the lead.
Discover the rhythm of any occasion with Yamo Media DJs. Whether it's a wedding, corporate event, or a casual party, Yamo Media promises an unforgettable atmosphere. Seamless transitions, customized playlists, dance lights, and pure energy can be expected when you hire Yamo Media to DJ your event. For more information, visit yamomedia.com and click on DJ Services under the Services tab. Yamo Media, achieve more.
Nice. Also, before the end of the contest, we will have to decide on the solid brick player of the game, and we've still got a little bit of basketball to be played, but there have been a few players that stand out thus far for that honor.
Yeah, it's such a close game. I mean, multiple people obviously in contention for this solid brick player of the game award. A couple guys, the guys that I pointed out at the beginning of the game here for the Wildcats, Drew Remlinger and Ben Oakley, really a key piece of scoring and giving the Wildcats the lead, not the lead, but getting them to this game. And then for, Harvest Prep, Adonis Abrams and Brandon Roddy, that offense obviously goes through them, and they take on that challenge every game. And so far, they're living up to it with a 1-point lead.
Pass down the floor, and then we've got oh my goodness gracious, a collision between two Harvest Prep players, but ultimately the ball ends up in Harvest Prep's hand, left hand, and a travel is called on the move as the feet moved before the ball hit the floor. So a turnover for Harvest Prep. Just to clarify, it is 36-35. I know we said earlier 36-30. There was some scoreboard. It wasn't a malfunction. It was just a discrepancy that needed to be fixed, and so they got that squared away. 36-35 is correct. Harvest Prep has the lead by 1. Ball's in the corner. Three-pointer taken. Front rim, no good. Great rebound by Drew Remlinger. He sends it to the inside. Back out to Remlinger. Remlinger tries to go baseline. Pass underneath. Shot taken. It's good.
That pass had a little extra heat on it there for Morgan as he bobbled it just for a second, but ends up getting it to fall.
Tristan Morgan got the shot, and then immediately responding is Adonis Abrams with a nice up and under move.
Man, he is smooth.
Remlinger kicks it to the outside. 15-foot jumper taken. Rim too short. Rebound pulled by Khalil Daniels. 2:24 to play in the third. 38-37. Prep on top. To the corner. Abrams goes baseline, gets bumped, spins, lays it up and in. What an athletic move by Adonis Abrams.
I thought he was about to kick it out to the corner. Next thing you know, he's turning around, taking the shot. What an incredible layup.
Driving, kick to the corner, stolen away again, and this time Harvest Prep looks like they're playing 6-on-5. There are arms everywhere. Another steal for the Warriors, and they have the basketball in the front court now with Abrams at the controls. He drives the lane, left-hand layup, it's up, it's good, and he gets fouled. The basket was good. The foul was called on Drew Remlinger, his first foul.
Adonis Abrams just taking over this quarter. Again, able to get by the defender, and when he gets inside the lane, man, he is smooth, he is shifty, and he's able to go here to the line here for a chance at 3.
He is indeed. If he makes this shot, he will be replaced by Jalen Sims, who is waiting at the scorer's table. 42-37, a 5-point lead for Harvest Prep with 1:48. Make it a 6-point lead as Abrams goes to the sidelines and Jalen Sims comes on.
And it's crazy just how a couple of turnovers and a couple of baskets can open up a lead like this from 1 to 6, all in the blink of an eye, really.
Trying to get it across half court is Morgan. He does so, but then a pass underneath, ill-conceived by Paul Kanapke. It's stolen away once again. Driving to the lane is number 15, Antoine Pollard, who gets fouled and will go to the free throw line for a couple.
Fouls on Hilliard Davidson, number 5, Tristan Morgan.
The foul is called on Tristan Morgan. His second, team second.
Yeah, he picking up his second. But this is what Prep exactly wants to do. The pressure, the causing of the turnovers, playing fast-paced and able to push the ball up the floor. This is how they're able to extend this lead that they have right now.
Alan Childs into the game for Harvest Prep, 44-37 with one more free throw coming from Antoine Pollard. That one's in and out, no good. The rebound pulled by Parker Maurer. Pushing it is number 5, Tristan Morgan, looking for somewhere to go. Gets it inside to Kanapke. Kick out for 3. Oakley, air ball, no good. And that ball will go back to Harvest Prep with 1:21 to play, and the Warriors leading 44-37. Left wing well beyond the three-point line. That's Sims. Crossing over, going baseline. Sims gets blocked by Kanapke. It goes out of bounds. It'll remain Harvest Prep basketball.
With the inefficiency of scoring here for the Wildcats in this third quarter, it kind of reminds you of the start of the game here for them.
A little bit. Pollard has it, top of the key. Pump fakes, kicks it away. Jamarcus Jones crosses over, kicks to the corner, or the wing, I should say. Back to Jones, top of the key. Left-handed dribble a couple times. Very well defended by Tristan Morgan. Jones trying to find some space, hands it off to Sims. Sims crosses over. Being guarded by Oakley. Now Prep may play for a last shot as the game clock ticking down under 30 seconds. Pollard working against Oakley, and they're going to call a 5-second penalty against Harvest Prep. Too much dribbling without movement forward, and that causes David Dennis to stand up with a grimace on his face.
Yeah, that's one of the things about trying to hold for the last shot is, you know, that team is still going to play defense and play aggressive. You can't just stand around and dribble with it, though. As the two guys in the corner, I don't really think moved from their spots that whole time.
So Davidson has the basketball. They have plenty of time to make something happen. Pass down low. Pass to the top of the key. 3 from Remlinger off the front of the rim, no good. Battling. And it looks like the ball's out of bounds. It'll remain Hilliard Davidson basketball with 9.9 to play. From in front of their bench, it'll be Oakley to trigger the inbound. He gets it to Remlinger. Remlinger, top of the key to Oakley. 6 seconds to shoot. Oakley working against pressure to the corner. No, stolen away. Pollard shoots from half court and misses dramatically. And the third quarter comes to a close with Harvest Prep leading over Hilliard Davidson 44-37. Who will arrive victoriously in this one? Who will be our solid brick player of the game? All of those answers will be found in quarter number 4, which will happen right after this. You're watching Battle in the 614 on Yamo Sports. Fourth quarter action in front of us right here. Hilliard Davidson with the basketball. They trail at the moment. Drive, baseline, missed on the shot by number 2, Patrick Lynch. The rebound comes down to Remlinger, and now there's a scrum on the floor, and ultimately coming up with it is Harvest Prep. Good cross-court pass. The layup is up and good. Adonis Abrams doing magic right now. Abrams averages 12.2 points per game. He's got 17 in the contest thus far.
Yeah, 7 points in that last quarter alone. He's really taken over here in the second half.
Trying to spin out of trouble is Parker Maurer. He does. Bounce pass. A little adjustment in the air by Patrick Lynch, and the ball goes out of bounds off the missed shot. Last touched by Harvest Prep. It'll remain Davidson basketball. 7:12 to play. 46-37, a 9-point lead for Harvest Prep. It'll be Patrick Lynch to trigger the inbound for the Wildcats. To the top of the key, that's Maurer. He's not even the top of the key, that's almost to half court. Maurer gets the ball knocked away, and they're going to call a foul on Khalil Daniels. A little too much body work, too far away from the basket. Daniels picks up his third foul. Team foul number 1 of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, one of the new OHSAA rule changes, 5 fouls in a quarter now, not your traditional 7 and 10.
Jumper taken, no good. The ball's loose and corralled by Jalen Sims for Harvest Prep. Pass ahead, that's Adonis Abrams. Abrams, top of the key, being guarded by Bidlack. Abrams taking his time, as a team with the lead in the fourth quarter would do when there's no shot clock. 3-point jumper taken from the wing, no good. And there's a body bumping underneath, and I believe there's going to be a foul on Davidson. That is indeed number 0, Drew Remlinger, gets called for the foul. That's Remlinger's second foul.
Yeah, him and Ephraim Campbell skying for that rebound, and Man, Campbell can really get up there for the sophomore.
Good pass inside. Finding space was Brandon Roddy. The catch from the pass from Adonis Abrams was an easy lay-in, and now it's a double-digit lead for Harvest Prep.
Speaking of double digits, Roddy in double figures now with 10.
Parker Maurer, bounce pass to Remlinger. Remlinger throws it away. And it'll be Harvest Prep basketball, 48-37. Timeout taken on the floor by Hilliard Davidson with 6:17 to play.
It's a full 60-second timeout.
Discover the future of recruiting with On Top Consulting. Learn from college coaches how to navigate the complex recruiting process. Visit ontopconsulting.net or via our Instagram bio at _ontopconsulting.com.
He's Seth Donohoe. I'm Chris Solwecki. This is game 1 of 7 on this Martin Luther King Jr. holiday day from Ohio Dominican University on Sunbury Road in beautiful Columbus, Ohio. This is the battle in the 614. Other games to expect today, in case you're interested. If you're off today and you'd like to come down, they would love to have you come and join them for some exciting matchups. Otherwise, you can catch them all right here on Yamo Media. Coming up next at 12:30, North Union versus Fairbanks. After that at 2 o'clock, Sheridan versus Johnstown. Heath versus New Albany at 3:30. Then the evening session, Maysville versus Northridge at 5. Pickerington Central versus Parkersburg South at 6:30. And the night concludes at 8 o'clock with Bishop Hartley and Taze Valley. All of that on tap today.
I'll tell you, those last 3 or 4 games are all going to be really exciting. All of them, of course, being exciting, but some good matchups there in the evening slates.
Pass inside to Ephraim Campbell. Campbell hands it off. Adonis Abrams, pass down low. Shot taken, no good. Now you're just starting to see the length of the Warriors show up as their arms are just a little bit longer, a little bit stronger, getting every rebound, getting every loose ball. Abrams, left-handed dribble, now kicks it out. And Roddy from half court adjusts his ankle brace and now dribbles. Backdoor pass, shot taken by Abrams, no good, but again, the rebound pulled by Harvest Prep. That was number 35, Ephraim Campbell, and he puts it back into the hands of Brandon Roddy. Roddy, left hand off the glass, in and out and back in. The two-pointer is good, and now it's 50-37, a 13-point lead for Harvest Prep.
I didn't know that you could get a shooter's touch on a layup like that.
Exactly. Left-handed dribble, handoff, looking for somewhere to go. Poked out from behind, hustling on the floor, and they're going to call over and back. That's a tough one as the ball was loose. Bidlack ended up coming up with it, but his body slid across the 10-second line, and that ball goes back to Harvest Prep.
Yeah, that one is a really tough call, especially with all that action happening back and forth so fast, but I think the refs obviously ended up getting it right there in the end.
If you've ever been a ref, you know you've never made a mistake. So.
Yeah.
Roddy brings it across the 10-second line after catching it in the backcourt. Dribbles right side, shot taken, no good. And a foul's going to be called. The rebound, I believe that's going to be Khalil Daniels who went over the top. It is indeed, and so that'll give it back to Hilliard Davidson.
Daniels picking up his 4th foul.
In the game for the Warriors, number 15.
You got to think with 13-point lead and 5 minutes left that if Roddy were to foul out, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but there is something about energy, there's something about leadership. It's not just about points and rebounds.
Exactly. Well, you just as you're saying, when they're out there on the floor like that, that leadership, those are who those younger guys look to as those leaders, those main players.
There's a big steal by Abrams who goes the coast and lays it home. So Abrams snuck up behind Remlinger and stole it away. Ball fake, trying to go baseline, double team, out to Remlinger, pass inside, stolen once again. Adonis Abrams, the wheels have fallen off for Hilliard Davidson, unfortunately. Left-handed lay-in for Abrams after he receives the return pass, 54-37. Getting across the 10-second line, bounce pass underneath to Kanapke, out to Remlinger, fires a 3, it's good. Drew Remlinger.
tell you what, when you look at Drew Remlinger, he doesn't look like your typical three-point specialist, but all of his 5 baskets have came from beyond the three-point line.
Well, he's smooth doing it. You're right. Body type, he looks more like a banger inside, but he is smooth shooting from beyond the arc.
Built like a linebacker, if you will.
The foul's called on Remlinger. That's his 4th. So Remlinger has 4 for Hilliard Davidson. Daniels has 4 for Harvest Prep. And it'll be Antoine Pollard to trigger the inbound. Remlinger stays in there even though subs are being made.
It's actually his 3rd foul.
Oh, okay. Jumper taken from the corner. Rim no good. Ball's tipped and tapped, and a foul's going to be called on number 3, Luke Emery. He got the Harvest Prep player's arm as the rebound was being secured, and that's not okay. Timeout taken by Coach David Dennis of Harvest Prep. 54-40 is our score. Harvest Prep with the advantage, 3:52 to play in the 4th period. So it's not over yet, but we're getting close. Thoughts on our solid brick players of the game?
Okay, well, you have to look here for Harvest Prep, saying that they come out here, and if they do end up winning this game, I think you got to look at between the 2 of Adonis Abrams and Brandon Roddy. They're 2 leading scorers, but Adonis Abrams, he really just took over the second half of this game. That senior leadership really showing itself. And then with Brandon Roddy, I mean, he's a junior this year, and I've been really impressed with him and how he's looked this year. So, going forward the rest of this season and even next year, he's going to be a key factor, if not the key factor, for this team. So between those 2, as I mentioned, Roddy in double figures now with 12 and Abrams surpassing 20. So they are the reason that they have this 14 lead right now.
Out of the timeout. Ball's on the left wing for Harvest Prep. Skip pass, and a foul's going to be called underneath. And it looks like it's going to be against Harvest Prep. They called it on number 4, Alan Childs, away from the ball. So Hilliard Davidson will get it, trailing 54-40 with 3:40 to play in the 4th quarter. Yeah, when you look at Abrams, his name litters their stat sheet. He's 2nd in rebounds at 4.2 rebounds a game. He's 1st in assists at 4.8 assists per game. He's 1st in points with 12.2, and they didn't hurt himself today in that arena at all. Shot taken off the left iron, no good, and the rebound pulled by Ephraim Campbell.
Yeah, but also one of the reasons for this award is he's done things that don't show up in the stat sheet. Yeah. He's out there causing havoc on the defensive end, causing turnovers, causing pressure, and that plays a key factor here into this award and why we select the players.
Offensive foul called on Harvest Prep. That's on Alan Childs. So he's gotten two fouls called on him in the last 2 possessions. Those are only his first 2 fouls of the game, but they are interfering with the flow of Harvest Prep, trying to get some offense going. They lead by plenty, 54-40 with 3:06 to play. But now Davidson has it, and it'll be number 14, Parker Maurer, bringing it up. He's working against the freshman, Antoine Pollard. Crosses him over, gets to the elbow. Stutter step, kicks out. Ball is deflected, but Oakley is able to corral it. Oakley, right wing. Handoff, inside, ball fake, thought about it. Instead, he lays it down the lane. Nice little pass that time to Luke Emery, who goes up with his left hand and lays it home. So what would have been a pass in the 3rd quarter that would have been deflected or taken, instead it was a ball fake and a nice little touch to Luke Emery to lay it home.
I'll tell you what, that's one thing that Hilliard Davidson does consistently well year in and year out is moving without the basketball. They are always fundamentally sound. You never see anybody standing around. There's been so many backdoor cuts, passes, opportunities, layups for them that they've gotten. And I mean, we've seen throughout this game, they really love the dribble, drive, and kick out. That's one thing that they really thrive on. In that first half, they're late in the first quarter, that lid got taken off the basket. It seemed like they were just making threes left and right, or making anything that they wanted. But as of recently here in the second half, turnovers have been the killer for them.
Want to make mention Elevated Sports Events. They're the people who put this thing on here at Ohio Dominican University. They do a fantastic job. And then, of course, Yamo Media, Yamo Sports, who we get the chance to work with Adam Dell and his crew, just fantastic. So thanks to all the people, all the faces, all the names that don't get to talk on the TV who'd make do such great work in making this event happen. There's a drive to the paint, off the glass, and good. So Adonis Abrams continues to add to the stat sheet, and his team leads once again by 14, 56-42.
Up to 23 points now for Abrams. And again, just when he's able to get into that lane, he is so smooth and shifty with the ball.
Left-handed dribble, trying to find some space, gets down to the baseline, kick out to Oakley for a wide open three, front rim no good, and the rebound is pulled by who else? Adonis Abrams. Abrams left hand. Tell you, one of the things I love about high school basketball when I come back out here and get to watch is seeing the kicks some of these kids are wearing. Man, they are wearing some colorful, expressive shoes, and I love it. Lay-in is good, 58-42, 90 seconds to play in this one. Deflection off the hand of Tristan Morgan. Here we come the other direction. Into the paint, shot taken and missed by London Fogel, but he got fouled, so it'll send him to the free throw line.
Yeah, you're going to, you notice here how Harvest Prep is not letting up on that gas pedal at all. That's one thing that makes contenders and teams to make a potential deep push into the playoffs. That's one thing that can really separate them. You know, just because you have a 6, an 8, a 10-point lead, that game is not over. We saw there late in the first quarter into the second, Hilliard Davidson caught fire and took the lead. Anything like that can happen at any given point during the game. So good job on coaching and execution by the players to never stop playing until that last buzzer.
Both free throws go up and good for Foggy. And a timeout taken by Coach David Dennis of Harvest Prep. It's a full timeout on the floor with 1:20 to play, 60-42. So Harvest Prep is a team that we see year in and year out. They end up at the OHSAA. They play deep into the tournament even if they don't get to the state Final Four. This is a team that kind of makes its bread and butter on high school basketball. Hilliard Davidson for years has been mostly a football school, and you don't like to pigeonhole those schools, right? But you look at those kind of things. But what you see from Hilliard Davidson is a nice young nucleus of players and some good things perhaps on the horizon for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Drew Remlinger, he's a junior. You know, Ben Oakley is a senior, so they're going to be losing him next year. But they only have, it looks like, 4 seniors on their roster, and I have every single name filled up here in my stat book. So full of young talent with juniors and sophomores who are getting valuable playing time. Again, you're coming back to a showcase like this where they're able to get some exposure like this, play against some talented teams like Harvest Prep, who, as we do know, their basketball program is consistently good year in and year out. So it's nice for the players, you know, those younger guys to get in here, show what they're capable of, but also see what they can expect in their future.
No question about it. Tristan Morgan, he is a senior for this team, but he's only one of 4, as you mentioned. He kicks it away to Remlinger. Into the corner, 3-point jumper taken off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled away by Khalil Daniels. That ball's loose, but Daniels comes back up with it and sends it ahead to Jamarcus Jones. Under a minute to play now. Skip to the outside, thought about driving, but in a show of sportsmanship and respect, they're just gonna hang on to that basketball and run out the clock, assuming Davidson doesn't go commit fouls. Left-handed dribble, Pollard. Down to the paint, stolen away. That's Remlinger. Remlinger pulls it out. And a bump by London Foggy, who looks to the official and says, that's cool.
Nice little chat there, back and forth.
28.3 to play, 60-42, an 18-point lead for Harvest Prep, but to the free throw line is number 3, Luke Emery, one of the juniors who will be returning for this team. And Emery has shown great scrappiness, great effort all afternoon, or all morning, I should say.
I was just getting ready to say, every time there's a loose ball on the floor, I can almost guarantee number 3 is going to be at the bottom of that pile.
First free throw by Emery is good. One more coming. It's also good, in fact, perfect, and it's now 60-44. Inbound is good to Brandon Roddy. Roddy pushes it ahead. Roddy kicks it to the outside. A foul's going to be called as Roddy tried to make the pass, and the ball was, his arm, was hit by a Hilliard Davidson player.
Hilliard Davidson, number 3, Luke Emerson, his second, 2-5.
They're going to call that on the shot, or maybe it's it's time for two free throws. Excuse me. So Roddy to the free throw line. Foul was called on Emery. First one is good.
For those who don't know, at the 5 foul mark in each quarter, double bonus is awarded. There is no more 1-and-1 at 7 fouls and 2 shots at 10. Good to kind of speed up the pace of play, but also I'm sure if coaches, their team gets fouled that early, they don't really like that rule.
Remlinger hits for 3, 61-47. So here we are, we're at the end here. Tell me, who is our solid brick player of the game?
Well, it's got to be our guy, Adonis Abrams, again, as I mentioned. Just really took over here in this second half. 7 in that third quarter, 10 in the fourth quarter, and just really helped blow it open here for the Warriors.
63-47, the final score in this one. Congratulations to Adonis Abrams, the solid brick player of the game. Congratulations to him and to the Warriors of Harvest Prep who got the victory this afternoon. Final score 63-47. That'll do it from here. For Seth Donohoe, I'm Chris Solwecki. Game 1 in the books. 6 more to come today until the next one. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day, everybody.